So weirdly enough, I am so excited to share with you about the injury that just happened to me yesterday. And normally I wouldn't be excited about any kind of pain or any kind of injury. But, as I move forward in life, I have a greater understanding for what this all means. So I decided to give you this insight because it is so powerful. And for you to maybe see things in a different way, just kind of like I have. And sometimes what ends up happening is that pain allows you to be reflective on things that you have been either ignoring or haven't been paying that close of attention to until it's really brought into your point of focus or awareness. So I was deadlifting yesterday, have perfect form. I do everything really mindfully. I wasn't any weight that I wasn't accustomed to before, and it happened on the third set. So as I lift on my third set, all of a sudden I'm there in a calm sort of panic because I didn't know whether to throw the weight down or set it down gently, or there's people in the gym and I'm like, oh my god, what are they gonna think of me, and all these thoughts start coming up. But eventually I just slowly put the weight down, and right then and there I knew my workout was over. Thankfully, it wasn't a pop, it was just a muscle spasm. So I think it was more of a gentler approach to get me to become aware of a few things. So here's my great insight on it. So we have what's called a pain cup, right? And the pain cup serves as, this is the amount of stress that you're able to take on before the body, that cup starts overflowing. When the cup starts overflowing because of how much stress you've accrued and not created enough space for, then poof, you get pain in the body to give you that warning, that awareness that you got to slow down. You have to decompress. You have to get yourself out of a stressful situation and start becoming mindful of what you can do and how to get your stress levels down. So pain doesn't necessarily mean that it's just, coming from that specific place where you got injured from. It so happens that you're going to receive it in a certain way so that you can start to become more mindful and pay more attention. So within this whole thing, a few things are happening in my life. Number one, I'm moving, right? So I'm trying to find a home. So that creates a little bit of stress. I also work with a lot of people from all over the world. I train personal, I train online, and there's so many things that I get to do, and I do have so much fun at, but there's a lot of energy giving. And aside to that, I also, have my normal daily stresses that come up, and I also do play a lot, and I do party, and I do have fun, and I do like to do those things. So I'm kind of a bit of a firecracker, if you haven't noticed yet. And so what happens with that is that I feel like I can do anything. And there's pros and cons to that, because that's a beautiful thing to think that you can do anything, and to always be in action and taking steps forward. But the other part of it is that sometimes, like now, I have forgotten to give myself pampering and more decompression. And doing that would be nurturing towards myself, and it's self-care and it's self-love. So I think that with all the soul play that I've done, which is super fun, and the go-getter that I am, and doing things that, like I go for my dreams, and with the moving process and everything else, I think that it's just been a huge load, and so there hasn't been enough decompressing, too much accruing of stress, and not enough space being created for you to be balanced. So the whole conclusion of this whole thing is that, number one, instead of meditating 3 times a week, I think it's important for me to meditate a consistent 5 times a week. So I'm going to increase that, so that I can, start to decompress at a similar or faster rate than I'm accruing stress. Number 2, I'm going to take more baths, because why? Baths are more relaxing than showers, and I'm being mindful, and I'm taking care of myself, and I'm slowing down, which is a whole key, right? for me to slow down. And I think that that's one of the messages that I've gotten time and time again in my life, because I tend to really do go fast. And you might be also a type A personality where you go this quickly, but also if you're not a type A personality, you know, pain and illness and sickness are all signals for you to learn something different. And what can you do differently? And if you take a notice, you'll usually experience these things when your stress levels are higher than normal. I thought I'd share this video with you so that you can also maybe gain some awareness and some insight and, you know, take a look at what's going on in your life. Pain is actually a defense mechanism for survival, for you to survive, for you not to die. So, you know, this is your body taking care of you so that you either slow down, take things into consideration, and be mindful. Okay, so much love to you. I hope that you've learned something from this, and you can also visit my website, thesoulbodymethod.com, and my philosophy is that you have to use all the elements synergistically together so that you can create a really well-balanced body, and your body is a reflection of who you're being on the inside. So definitely take a look at that and download my free audio, which talks about mindset, soul set, nutrition, and movement. So there you have it, folks. Have a great day. Bye.